Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, besties. How is everyone doing today? So in today's video, this has nothing to do with me personally, but I said, you know what, I want to be included.
I want to feel a part
of this. So I'm here for decoration, but in this video we're gonna give you guys a little mini tattoo tour.
And when I say mini, like it's mini because there's literally two. There's not really much to go on, but I don't know, maybe some of you are like thinking about getting your first tattoo or already booked an appointment for the first one. So maybe this might be a bit of like help, encouragement to any of you guys watching this.
Well, which one are we starting with?
I'll start with I'll go in order of the two that I got. So I'll start with the first one that I got. So
firstly, tell us about it. So when did you get it? All of that jazz.
So the first one I got, so me and my mum, we actually got our first tattoos done together.
Oh, tattoo twins.
Yeah, we've got like, it's basically like same but different. So it's the same style of tattoo.
Oh, they were good looking. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Stop doing that.
Go on.
Because one day they're going to stare back at you and then they're going to come out of the car. And then what are you going to do?
I'm going to have a panic attack.
Exactly.
I'm going to have a panic attack.
But yeah, we actually had like matching tattoos, but a bit different. It's the same layout, but the inside bit is different. My first one is an infinity sign, then with the word family like written into it. Yeah, that was just a tattoo I've always wanted. I've had it in my phone since 2015, which would have made me 16 at the time. And it was just always that tattoo that I said to myself, I was like, when I feel brave enough, when I feel ready for this, it's the tattoo I'm gonna get.
Okay.
And that was that, really. The tattoo artist that we actually went to, it was...
Hello, sir, if you don't mind, like, you're gonna have to be quiet on set.
So the tattoo artist we went to, it was actually one of my mum's friend's daughter, she's got like multiple tattoos, like literally covered in them. And she said that, I don't know if this is the only one she's been to or if she's been to others and then went to this and preferred this. I just know that she told us that this was the guy that she was like the most comfortable with and like she really like trusted them. So we were like, you know what, fine, let's do that one. That's actually how it was. We found there, I think they gave us his email address. What you basically do, you just send like a short brief of what you want, like if you want it big or small, and then you just attach the picture of what it is that you want, send it through, and then they will get back to you whether yes, they can do it or no, they can't. The guy was like, yeah, that's fine, and we can do this, come on in. When we got there, they basically showed me like a load of different pictures. So it was the exact same tattoo, but in different sizes, so that you can then choose how you wanted it. So I've always wanted it on my wrist. That was always the vision for it when I first wanted it. So I think I went for basically the smallest size that he had drew. So what they do is they take you into like where the bed bit is, you lay down on it. So obviously because mine was on my arm, you stretch your arm out and then they put the stencil on, stick the stencil down, and then you'll get up, go to the mirror, and you basically just sort of see if you're happy with it, if the placement's okay. I was absolutely fine with it. The only thing I asked differently was, so on the picture that I sent through, the way family was, so you see that line there, the one that I had, it was just an F and then the Emily bit was like separated. It wasn't necessarily connected, so I just asked if I could add like the lines where it co-joins it. He was like, yeah, that's fine. He actually did that already when the stencil was on. In terms of pain tolerance, this really differs person to person. Like I personally don't think I've got a low pain tolerance. I think I've got quite, is it like
a high
it's
pain
like
tolerance?
That, innit?
Yeah, like you don't feel pain.
Yeah, it's
as
high.
much
It's
as
a high tolerance.
Yeah,
I don't, whatever.
A high tolerance. Yeah.
But I don't really feel like I feel pain that much in that sense. Like what he did for me, because it was the first tattoo that I had, because he asked and I said yeah. He was like, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna literally like draw a line with no ink so that you can feel what the actual needle feels like. I was like, all right. So he just sort of did that like near the area that I was getting it done. The only way I can describe it, it just feels like multiple irritating pricks that you want to get off you but you can't, if that makes sense. To me, that's what it feels like, but I've been told some people think it's like the worst feeling in the world. Some people just don't care for it. Others think it's like bee stings constantly. It's really each to their own, and it really, like I said, it really depends what each person's pain tolerance level is. For me, it literally just felt like annoying pricks. I would say for me, it probably hurt more in certain areas in terms of like where my vein is. So when it was like heavily passing on top of the vein, that's probably when I felt a bit more like ooh, but it still wasn't anything like I'll get off me kind of. Price wise, I can't fully remember how much it was. I'm probably gonna guess around like 80 to 90, but in general, even if a tattoo looks very like simple and very small, tattoos in itself are very expensive. So don't ever go in thinking, oh yeah, I'm getting like a tiny moon, so it's only going to cost me like a £5. It's very unlikely you're ever going to get a tattoo that costs a £5 unless they're having a discount, or I just personally wouldn't trust them. Let's put it that way, because sometimes it's not the case that everything that's expensive is better, but things like this, I believe it is.
But I would say one thing is very quickly, I would say make sure you do your research on it. Look at me talking like I'm an expert. Make sure you get your research done on it, because every tattoo artist that I've heard about, they do their stuff differently to what you might want. So it's better to just like, you know,
tattoo artist obviously has their like
styling.
Yeah, like their field. Like some tattoo artists do better like when it's like really big, bold tattoos like lions and stuff like that. Definitely look into, especially if they have Instagram pages, that's really handy to look into, because you can sort of see what styles they're very common to do and what styles people go to them for. My tattoo artist is a guy. Some people might prefer it to be a girl if you're a girl. I personally don't think it makes much of a difference. I felt absolutely fine it being a guy that does it.
What if you decide one day you want to get a tattoo? What is that place called on your body? Just above your cheeks. You want to get a tattoo there. I mean, I'm hypothetically speaking. I think it won't matter then, but it depends.
But you don't need to take your trousers off. You just lower your waistband down and then lift your top up.
Oh.
So it's
Well,
still,
don't you have to... Oh, okay, cool.
it would really depend the girl, but I've never had an idea of wanting to stop it. I can see you.
I didn't know about that. Continue.
A lot of it will depend the area you want it in, and obviously if you feel a bit uncomfortable doing it in a specific area and it being a guy doing it, then you're gonna have to just find somewhere that does a female in it. Not every tattoo parlor will have a female and a male artist. Do you know what I mean? Some may just be males, some may just be females. It's very rare. But the one thing I will say that my tattoo artist told me was to not use numbing cream, as much as people believe if they've got like low pain tolerance level that is gonna be their best way to get one done. I've always been told not to, because it can disturb the actual tattoo itself and not make it. Yeah, because then it could cause for it to peel off.
Tattoos peel off?
They don't peel off, but it can cause it to peel off. For my last one that I got done, I've always wanted a Portuguese tattoo, and it took me a while actually this one to find one that I like. Eventually it was actually from my sister that I got it. She mentioned it and I was like, you know what, that's actually great. So sorry if you're watching this, I did steal the tattoo idea that you once upon a time wanted. I got this one done. It would have been right before we went to Manchester. So yeah, there we go.
Time has gone quick, you know?
So that one, it says Kasara Sara, which means whatever will be, will be. And I think when it was said to me, I was like, that's actually something that really resonates, and I feel like it's like a motto that I go by, like, oh, you know, whatever will be, it will be kind of thing. So yeah, that was that one. I won't go too into detail for that one, because I feel literally what I went through with this one was the exact same here. Again, where it passed through my vein was probably where it slightly hurt the most. It was never a pain that I was like, oh my god, this is dreadful and I'd never want to do this again. It was literally just where it hurt the most in comparison to the whole tattoo. Now, aftercare, they have two ways that they can wrap it. So I opted for technically it's also the cheaper way, and the most common way, which is they apply a bit of cream on it and then they use cling film and they just wrap your arm around with it with like masking tape. They just secure it down. Yeah. They also have this other one. I don't actually know the name of it, but it's got something on the wrap that they put on, but that sometimes can, and because that's the one that you can basically, I think you can keep it on for like 3 days. You don't have to change it because it's already like ready to go. But that one, I believe, first of all, it's more expensive. I just don't remember how much it was. Like some people can get allergic reactions to it on the skin, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to tempt it. Let me just stick to the same one I did to the first one. And it's really important that you ideally already have at home the Pantene cream. That's the one that they've always recommended for me to use.
Oh, I got a good tip. Don't itch it.
Yeah, that
when when things are like
that
healing.
comes with it.
No, but like
that you can also
thingy
with it like messing up. Think of it a bit like a henna. You have to let it dry out before you can like peel it off, and then you actually are left with the henna. Think of it in that way.
Somebody's no. Very quickly, let me share a fun story. I once had a tattoo. It's not a real one. I once had a tattoo here on my hand, my wrist palm, of Michael Jackson.
Ain't we glad it wasn't a real, because I don't know if you'd still want it to this
No,
day.
this was like back in like secondary school, and I went to Spain at the time.
We went.
You were there too? Oh, you went? Okay, cool.
I was with you that trip. I literally was with all of you.
Listen, I know you were with me, but we weren't with each other. Like
I was with your group, is my point.
Were you?
Yes.
Bro. Oh yeah! Oh, we have pictures
of it,
bro. Oh, so we did know each other. Yeah, we were all in the same group apparently. The actual pictures. And I remember we went to Spain, and then they were doing
henna.
It was like a henna one.
Yeah, because I had one too. I had one on my wrist too.
Did you?
Yeah, it was literally basically like this, but instead of family, it said love.
I don't know what it was.
That's what my one was.
For me, I don't know what crack cocaine was going on in my head, and I wish I had a picture of it.
I think I've got a picture of my one.
I wish
if I find it.
I had a picture of mine, and I remember, and I went to the guy, and he had all these other normal tattoos to do.
Yeah, because I picked mine from their book or whatever.
No, it was on like a screen thing. Like you literally just walk up.
I know my
and
one, it
get
was that, but they also had a book.
And then at one point, this is funny because I knew who Michael Jackson was, but I don't think I was a big fan. I wasn't even, I just saw it and I was like, which one of these can I go home and show my mom and be like, hey mom, look what I did. I think this is pretty cool. And I was like, Michael Jackson. I know she likes Michael Jackson, so I'm going to do that.
She won't be upset with that.
She's not going to be upset. Bro, 40-year-old me had a concrete plan, and in my life, this is let me not say too much, but this is how I plan things in my life. Like I have to, my thought process, so I remember I did it and I got it on this wrist here, and then
I don't think I remember what wrist I got mine on.
No, I remember it was this wrist here. And then I remember I came back after like our week holiday, and
haha, this was the one I got done.
Yeah, that's what mine looks like. Hopefully you can see it, but it looked like that. But
if not, I'll send it to you and you can
put it up there.
Insert it.
It looked like that, but with Michael Jackson's face.
Because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking you getting a flipping face of Michael Jackson.
It's not even his name or like initials. No. His head on my.
It wasn't even like MJ at least.
No, it was legit his face. Like from his head, and I was like, oh, I thought this was the coolest thing ever. Luckily, it faded.
Because it eventually peels like fully off, innit? But that was funny.
If that was a permanent one,
right now you'd be getting it lasered off.
It would be gone, absolutely gone. Yeah, I just thought let me share that story.
The next day.
Hi.
Hey.
So, not the music. So somebody decided she's gonna spontaneously get tattooed today, so here we are. She's not gonna show us the tattoo, but
maybe you'll see it
at the end.
Yeah.
But obviously we had to bring you guys with us because you are our people.
Oh, good.
The pain is endless. The game changed. I blame these lame pretenders. My friends and benzes. Thought that the interest inside, you still hear the engine. Like, this is your ending. If you're offended, I dare you fucking bitches defend it. These M's is rushing through my blood like a Kremlin. I'm back with a vengeance, and this is what the sound of revenge is. Win-win. Where I come from, you can't visit. I talk money.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that was zoomed in then. You feel like a rebel, don't you?
Not really.
You're supposed to say yes.
I don't.
I would feel like a rebel if I got a tattoo, like a rock and roll artist.
I'm trying to see my dollar digits, so kind of riches. In Miami, 1 and 9, I'm with the finest bitches. Oh, everybody acting kind of vicious. These politicians won't let my brother Muhammad visit. I'm like, man, listen. All I got is the same bitch. A couple million make me stand up. They grab the ball and saw I ran with it. I'm like, he's a fake fella.
We are young. I'm sweating. Don't do that. Oh my goodness. Today I know you don't love me.
I'm just in a silly goofy.
She's got cracked tattoo arms.
So guys, today is the day after that I got my tattoo done. I didn't really want to do too much on it yesterday because the area that it was done, it was still a bit sore. I thought I'd just give you a quick rundown of how it went. So this tattoo, it was £80, and what it is of, it's of my star sign constellation. So I don't actually know if everyone knows, but I'm an Aries. I've always wanted like a tattoo that represented Aries, but I didn't want it to just say Aries, and I don't really like our symbol, like the whole V looking thing. Like I like it, but not enough to just get that as a tattoo. So when I looked into the constellation, I'm like, oh, this is really nice. And my mum, I don't remember what year, I think it was last year, she gifted me a necklace where on one side it says Aries and the other side is the constellation. And when I saw the constellation on the necklace, I was like, oh, this could be a really cool tattoo. So I went googling it just to see how I liked it the most, and we can insert the picture here of what the picture basically was, as in the inspo thing, and then obviously then you guys can see what it actually looks like. So I got it done just here, just under my collarbone, and I'll be honest, out of the two that I've already got, so the one on my arm and on my wrist, this one definitely hurt the most in terms of I definitely felt it more, whereas the other two I was kind of calm with it. This one I definitely felt it a bit more. Again, nothing that wasn't tolerable, I was absolutely fine getting it done, but yeah, definitely a bit more painful, but obviously it makes more sense. It's a slight more bony part of your body, especially for me who's quite small, so naturally it would have probably been a bit more painful than like someone, for instance, one who's a bit bigger than me getting it done there probably won't feel it as much as I did unless you've got a low pain tolerance level. Yeah, overall pretty quick. But even when I finished it and I got up and the guy said it was done, I was like, oh, like that was quicker than I expected. In the end, we did end up wrapping it with like the little second skin adhesive type thing. It wasn't the cling film, but he said, because I've only ever done cling film wrap as opposed to this one, but he actually did say that considering as well the location and all of that, it would be better the second skin adhesive one as a bit more like protection, and this one you only need to leave it on for 3 days after getting it done. Yeah, other than that, it went pretty smoothly, went pretty quick. Unfortunately, Alexis wasn't allowed upstairs where I was doing it, so you wouldn't have been able to see the process of it being done. But yeah, overall, it was fun. It was good. At the moment, I don't think there'll be any other spontaneous tattoos coming to light unless, who knows, maybe I'll change my mind next week. So at the moment, that is what it's looking like. So as you can see, all these like black marks, that's just the ink. So as soon as this, as you can see, the peel kind of starts there and there. So once this obviously comes off and I can cream it and wash it as normal, then, you know, it'll be absolutely fine and it will look a bit more normal. As you can see, there's just, oh, let it focus. There's just slight like little red marks there from obviously from the needle. But overall, it's looking pretty normal to what my previous tattoos. So that is what it looks like when you look at it just normally. I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite happy with the size. I'm quite happy with the location. I'm pretty pleased with it. Hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, then you don't. I like it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing my mini haul of the now 3 tattoos that I own. Maybe it inspired one of you guys to maybe get your very first one, or give you that push if you've been looking to do one and just haven't done it yet. Like I said, just always be very certain with what you want and don't be afraid to take long in terms of like choosing the positioning of where you want it, but always make sure that's the one thing you're more careful about and take your time on, because obviously once they start they can't go back and it is permanent on you now. But yeah, any questions, feel free to hit up my Instagram if you really want to. You already know where to find our social medias. If you've got any questions about tattoos that maybe I haven't covered, or just anything else you might want to know, feel free to message or DM and I'll gladly answer them. But now it's bye from me.
Hey, oh my days, I ain't done that in a minute. Wait a second. Hey, talk about a throwback. So anyways, I'm editing this vlog back and I realized we haven't actually done, or we didn't do an outro, so here I am. This is the vlog so far. I've literally gotten to the very end and then realized, so, you know, gotta do my YouTuber duties. I'm a very bad YouTuber. We're very bad, but just bear with us. We're trying, okay? We're trying. Also, I just wanted to say, I was prepared to risk it all and give you guys actual footage of Daniela getting her tattoo, but the guy said no. And to be frank, I hear it. I asked him, I was like, let's say, hypothetically speaking, I want to come to you and get my tattoo done. And I'm like, what if I need someone to hold my hand? He's like, well, you can't come here. So yeah, I couldn't go. I just couldn't go. So yeah, that's really disappointing. But anyways, so this brings us to the end of this week's video. I'm sorry it was kind of all over the place, but we're all over the place. If you know us, then you know we're all over the place. If you're new, hi. Hopefully you stick around to see more all over the place videos. It works because it's us. Hope you enjoyed this video because I enjoyed it. It was quite spontaneous of us, but then again, we're spontaneous. But you know, we just hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, just like it. It's not gonna kill you or it's not gonna cost you anything. Not in this cost of living, it's free. Subscribe to the channel as well. There's gonna be more videos like this, and if you enjoyed our content, it'll be much appreciated. And also follow our social medias, which will be linked somewhere on the screen, and I'm pretty sure it's like right here, or it'll also be linked down in the description box. Love you besties. Sorry, my makeup kind of looks cute. Speaking of makeup, that's all I'm saying. But love you guys. I'm gonna finish editing this. Yeah, I know you see it, but we're not gonna talk about it. But I'm gonna finish editing this video. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye. Oh, that was gross. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shouted at you like that. But anyways.